Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Mel Chadwick, I'm an illustrator. I'm also though an avid sketch artist. I love going outside and sketching the landscape, the environment that's around me. I think there's nothing better for me to do than actually sit outside and just sketch what is in front of me. So in this video I'm going to share with you everything that I take out with me when I sketch, and I'll unpack my bag and you'll see everything that I have with me that makes the sketching experience the easiest it can be. This is my rucksack that I currently take out. It's had a bit of an upgrade recently. I used to have a rucksack that kind of had a cross strap that went across my body, but I found increasingly that was too heavy or too cumbersome, so I felt I wanted to get a rucksack which had two straps so that it can just go over my shoulders, and that's definitely helped with if the bag is a bit weightier. Say it's got my drink bottle and then it's got a couple of sketchbooks and then all my materials. It does get a bit weighty, especially if you're drawing and you're drawing with all of the weight on your back, and sometimes that happens just because the place might be very busy. You don't want to put your bag down because you know it could get taken. It could also be because it's very wet on the ground and you don't want to put your bag in a puddle. So sometimes that's just the way it is. So I thought I'd get a bag which fits on my back and it feels comfortable. So let's take a look inside my backpack. So as you can see, this backpack's from Milliken. They have quite a good range of backpacks in the UK here. The important thing is that you've got pockets to put things and it serves the purpose that you want. I always take my drink bottle with me, so having a backpack that's got a space for a drink bottle is important. We'll have a look inside these in a minute, but I've got three tins. I've also then got space for my mobile or keys, and there's another pocket here as well. And then in the main body which can roll down, I've got this big bulky thing, which is a Sendak bowl, and then I have a Moleskine A4, and I've also got another Moleskine, just smaller size. And then on this rucksack there's side pockets on the back here, and in this pocket I have put a really cool little thing, which is a foam seat, a foldable foam seat. So this is just really simple, but it's so invaluable for when I sketch outside, because it means I can put it on any surface and just plonk myself on top, so I don't have to worry if the seat or the rock or the ground is wet or damp. I just put that on top and away I go. So I'm going to put this to one side because it's quite bulky and yeah, so I carry a couple of different sketchbook sizes. The reason being is it just gives you options for how big you want to sketch, how big you want to go, and I just love having options like that. It might mean also that I might not have as much time to sketch, so I might then opt for a smaller one. And this is again a little bit smaller though than an A5, but they're both Moleskine, and I love absolutely love There's a creature on that one. I absolutely love using Moleskine for mixed media work, which is basically what I use in my work, is mixed media. So then we have the tiny containers, and inside these we've got my Neocolor crayons. So I've kind of colour coded them to go with the tins, and these make it so much easier for me to find the colours that I want, or at least find the colour group that I want, and then I can easily spread them out and then use them as I want. So we'll see we've got the red tin, which actually has my yellows, pinks, apricots, browns. The only thing it hasn't got is a red, but then I don't really use red in my crayons that much. And then the green team. As you can see, greens are quite a popular colour of mine. So yeah, they have been a game changer in terms of finding the colours that I want quickly and being able to also lay them all out. Before I had like this one kind of pencil case where I shoved everything in, and it was just such a time waster trying to look for the colours that I want. And I just found this just changes it completely. Then this little roll packet thing was something that I bought recently and invested in because it's quite expensive, but I'm really glad that I got it because it again has been amazing at improving my efficiency out in the field. So it comes from Peg and All. They are a company based in the States, so I had to import this, and it's made with a waterproofed canvas, I think, and then you've got leather strap just to keep it all together. This is called the Sendak. They've also got a mini Sendak, which is a little bit smaller, but I thought I'd better go for the large because I have so many pencils, and I wanted to make sure that they all fitted in. So you can see I've kind of colour coded them. They're kind of in their colour groups, and you can see there's also space behind. So I've also got then my Ecoline brush pens here, and then I've got another collection of pencils behind here. I also have my fountain pens and this little pocket here which I can put any other bits in, like pencil sharpeners, rubbers, water brush, and any small pencils which are too small to fit there. So this is quite handy because this comes down, and it means then when it's wrapped up they're not going to fall out. And then at the back can you see they've got another pocket here and another pocket here which actually has another little sketchbook in, which I've used to swatch some of colours, so that's quite handy as well. Actually, in this pocket I normally have my colour cards, which I've done recently, again just to help me know what I've got in my pack or in my kit. So they're all in the colour groups of the colour wheel. Those are all of the pastel shades that I've got. So these are really handy as well to actually have. They should actually be in here. So yeah, that is my basic kit with all my stuff, and so I've got it all in one place, and this is what I take out with me every time I go out, and I've been testing it over the last few months. It's really serving me well and doing what I'd want to do with it, and I'm able to produce my sketching or get into sketching outside quite quickly, and so I'm not faffing around or at least spending 10 minutes trying to look for the colour that I want. I thought for the next part of the video you might like to see me swatching all my colours that I've got, and I'm going to do it in a colour wheel so we can really see all of the different shades we have got. And again, it's just a great exercise to get to know the colours that are in your kit, so that when again you're out in the field and you're looking for that colour that you see, you know where it is and you know that you've got it. It's just a great way to familiarise yourself with your kit and the colours that you have. There is one other thing that I forgot to mention, and that was my watercolour kit. And at the moment it's this Derwent Inktense paint pan kit that I take out with me, just because the colours are just perfect for the area that I'm sketching. And so I'll always have, so I either have this kit with me, or I do have this one, which has got again just the basic colours in there. But this one at the moment, this one is the one that I'm using though at the moment, and it really does the job that I want it to do. Okay, so I have laid out all of the materials that I will be swatching in my book today. I've got my cards, my colour cards, which hopefully will remind me of what colours I need to make sure that I'm swatching. But I thought this was a great exercise just to kind of really get to know what's in your kit, and you know, just to be able to see all the different mediums as well that I use. So we're going to start by just putting this over here, so you know that's what's going on and what I'm reaching for when I'm over here. So we've got this Pith sketchbook, which I have done a review on about a month ago. I did a review on, and we looked at daffodils and different mediums. So today I'm going to fill this spread with the colour wheel using all the colours that I've got. So we're going to start off with the yellow. So I'll be using Ecoline brush pen 226. I've also got a Neo colour, which is Sahara yellow, Inktense, Sun yellow, and we've got a couple more Neo colours, Canary yellow and yellow. So I'm going to start just swatching kind of in the centre of the sketchbook. I think this is probably will get quite messy, so all of the materials that I use are water soluble, so it means I can use them dry or wet. And so I also use, this is a pretty crucial part of my kit because it's a water pen, so it's got the water in the barrels. I've got a couple of these now, and these are quite handy sizes. Actually, this one came part of the Derwent paint palette. So, but yeah, I really love having these because it means I can, as long as it's clean, it means that I can wet and swoosh up some of the colours that I've got here. can see a nice selection of yellows there. I'm going to put the Neo colours back once I've used them, but I'm going to keep the pencils out so that you can see the Sendak without any materials in, and then you can see how much stuff it actually holds. Okay, so those are my yellows. Then I'm going to move on to some yellow greens. So I'll just pick out those. So I've got a few. I've got a couple of Neo colours which are lemon yellow and olive, light olive. I've got a luminance as well, which is an olive yellow, number 15, and a sherbet lemon in the intense ink tense range. If I need to sharpen, I have bought this is a sharpener. It's a cum sharpener, so you can sharpen in this one, and then you can sharpen in this one to get a longer point. So I always find this makes a difference again in my sketching. If I have a pencil that's sharp, I tend to get cleaner lines compared to one that's a little bit more blunt like this one. So you can see how much lighter that is now that it's got water on it, and how much more intense this colour is, which is that sherbet lemon, now that it's got water on it as well. Okay, we're going to move on to the greens. So I have a large number of greens, so I won't be surprised, don't be surprised if I end up with a rather big section of these greens. Okay, you can see big selection of greens. Let's go with that's Ecoline 676. Pastel green 666. This is a spring green. And with luminance you can press quite hard and get a nice, really nice colour, and then press a little softer and it gets a bit more grainy. apple green. This is grass green. Moss green. I do like this colour, it's quite a favourite colour of mine, moss green. Leaf green, again, another lovely colour, and you'll see if I add water to this it looks a little bit different. And a fern. That is a brilliant bright green. Lime green. And I'm not quite sure what green that is, but I like this green as well. See when you mix that. So lovely greens. So each colour that I choose, I try to make sure I've got similar ones in the different mediums, because it means you get different textures just from using a similar colour. And then also I want to make sure I have a range, so I've got both tints and darks within that range. And I should probably add this green. Which is a meadow green. Again, another green I use quite a bit. So now we're going to move on to the blue. We'll move on to the blue greens. There is another colour, but raw umber, which I always find is a tricky one, but I think it belongs in this green group, so we'll put that there as well. Okay, so these are the blue greens. That is cobalt green. Dark green. Sharpen of that one. It's a dark sap green. Malachite. Definitely a bit more blue in there. Got an Ionian green. and an iron green. Again, when you wet them, you see more colour is released. I've also got a artichoke green here as well, which is a very muted pastel-y green. So we've got those done. I'm going to move on to the blues, which again is another big section that I love to use. We're kind of concentrating on the blues rather than indigo blues. Okay, got all my blues. So that is a turquoise blue. It's a lovely blue. That's a light blue. It's ultramarine. Then let's do the other Neocolour, light cobalt. Then we're on to the luminance. This is a light blue. A light cobalt. See how close those two are together. Very close. You might think, well, what's the point? But there is a point, because you can wet and water soluble this and the grain is just slightly different, and also you can get a finer line using the pencil rather than the crayon. Middle cobalt, which is quite grainy. And we've got the sea blue, or the greeny side, and I think an iris. We've got Ecoline pastel blue. And there's quite a few blues in this set. Got a lovely bright blue there. Actually I don't think this set belongs. That is a ocean blue, and actually I think I would put that in the next section, so we'll ignore that, just pretend it's where it should be. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that one as well is in the next section. So okay, so we're going to move on to the indigo blues. So in this section I'm going to put like the darker grey, blues and the greys as well. So again, this just helps me see kind of what range I have got. So yeah, in this range I'm putting the darker blues and also some of the greys, the blue greys. I do have some other greys, but they'll go into the orange kind of range. So this is an iron blue 08400. We have a Prussian blue, trusty Payne's grey, so yeah, rather than go for a black or a dark brown, I would probably go for a Payne's grey. Then we have another Payne's grey, but 30%. Got a Neocolour crayon, which is similar to that Payne's grey, and another Neocolour, which again is another Payne's grey. Again, I use this one for texture, bring nice kind of texture for rocks and surfaces. And this is a silver grey. Good one for sky, clouds. And a final Eco line. This is a great pen actually to quickly sketch out areas, particularly if you're not you want to really understand where shapes go. This is a great one for laying down shapes, and then you can use it as a framework afterwards. I think we've got one. Oh no, we've got a couple, haven't we? So we've got, this is actually a gouache. It's quite a I don't think that one actually should go there. Anyway, let's just leave that. So we've got a couple of those blues, so we had that one there. And this one, look at that. Actually, I love that blue. It's such a nice blue. I think that's a Payne's grey blue as well. But I definitely find when I put this on, when my sketches need contrast, putting some of that on just really, really helps. So yeah, those are them. Ignore that one there. That should actually be over this side, because you can see it's quite a warm grey. Anyway, I thought these things might happen where I'm putting them in the wrong spot, but so we move these over to this side, and then I will move you guys over to this side so you can see better. Okay, here we are on the other side, the other page. I'm now going to come back up here and I'm going to work down this way. It's quite interesting because although I have quite a few orange, orange yellow, the colours that I don't really have a lot of are down this end. So you'll be interested probably to see, I hardly have any colours in the purple reddy range. They all tend to be up here, which is quite interesting because obviously that will vary on your preference and also the landscape around you as well. So the next one, actually it's not orange, it'll be orange yellow, because we're moving to the warmer side. Okay, so orange yellow, as you can see there's quite a lot of colours here, and I've put in the warmer greys here and some browns, so that'll be interesting to find all of them. Orangish yellow. I think I've also put it on orange, so anyway I'll put that there. And I think that one as well. So yeah, these are a bit harder ones to kind of pull together, because you wouldn't think of them as being in this orangey yellow, because a lot of them are darker shades. Anyway, oh, and I've also got some in here as well. Noticed actually I haven't included all of those. Oh, storm grey, natural brown. Right, anyway, let's go for it. Yellow ochre. Sienna gold. This, I think I chose this one diluted. If you dilute it, you'll see it's closer, because it could also be in the orange range, really. Mustard. Again, a darker. This one, use this one a lot, ochre, I think. Got a very, don't know what that one is, dark brown. We'll use this Castle Earth. And we've got those warm greys, so this one is a French grey and a beige, and we'll just put this one in. So we've got a storm grey. Yeah, you can see it definitely belongs over this side. It's a lot warmer than the blue side. And then I'm going to put this one in. Yep, that's definitely over there. See, that's a bit more reddy. I would put that actually in the next. And that looks a bit more purpley. So I'm gonna show you this. See, looks super more yellow, orangey yellow when you dilute it. Okay, so next is the oranges. Got quite a few pastel neutral shades here. I definitely find these neutral shades get used a lot in my landscapes. And then we've got that orange there. See how bright that orange is? That is a tangerine. Now that's that one, so I'm just going to bring him over. We might wet him just to see. that is a burnt ochre. Got some of the browns, baked earth, a bit of reddier brown there, and then some of these pastel neutral colours. It's another burnt ochre but 10%. Olive brown 10%. And brown ochre 10%. And that very nice mango colour. Just going to dilute that. You can see very bright. That's that new colour. Okay, so we're almost there because these are the last groups, and you can see I really don't have as many colours. So we're going to do the red. No, we're not. We're going to do the orange red. Orange red first. Again, there isn't. It was quite hard to work out, so I think I'll go poppy red. Red, and I put in this section some warm pinks as well. So this is quinacridone, rose quinacridone, no, rose anthraquinone. So this is 571. Ooh, just realised I've missed out this one. One should be there. That is a Ecoline 258. See what I mean? Sometimes. So I've got these pinks here, and obviously these two are more orangey based. This one's cooler. So I'm going to put that in the next one, but I'll do these ones here. It's a salmon, and this is a salmon pink. So we've got Ecoline 381. I've been finding using the pinks as a base really nice to bring warmth to my landscapes. And was there any other colours that I was... Yeah, so this colour actually I think would go here as a dark. Definitely. You can now see there's definitely the pinky reddy tones in that. Okay, right, on to the red. So I think it was this one, cherry. I'm going to put those over there. Cherry and the pink. Rose, and I think we're using this one again. So as you can see, the reds are very limited. Gonna wet that one. then we're on to the ready purples. Yes, so, oh actually that's where they are, so that I've put there, but actually I've put it here. Okay, so we've got purplish red. Ecoline 361. And then a couple of Inktense fuchsia. Very similar to purplish red. It's lovely. That's a bit more purpley, that one. I've got 882. So that is a burnt sienna 10%. And I think it was this one. It's a dark port. Okay, and we have one more, the purple range. It's kind of become more of a arch rather than a circle, but we'll fit in the purple range here. So this definitely looks more bluey when it's dry, but you'll see when it's wet. So this is violet. And this is mauve. And this one is bark. I put it there because when you wet it, it has a little bit of warmth to it. You can see definitely how purpley that is. That one as well. And there we go. All of the colours in my sketching kit. And there are a couple of other things in my sketching kit as well that I haven't mentioned yet. So these are just some of the other things that I take as well in my sketch kit. They are, so we've got a Lamy fountain pen. So this is refillable and I fill it with platinum carbon ink. It's permanent when it's dry. I also take this Sailor fountain pen which has a bent nib. It gives me quite thick lines, so and this one is filled with Noodler's ink, which is also permanent when dry. I then have a couple of line markers, so these are just your fine liner. Different sizes, 0.8, 0.3. And then I have these Pitt pencils. So I've got a medium, soft, extra soft, and yeah, these are nice to use. They are oil based, so they don't really smudge, and you can work with water on top. You can also try putting them on top of your mediums, and I find they work quite nice. And these are latest editions. These are charcoal, medium and soft, Creta colour. So I used charcoal recently and I wanted to get a bit of a cleaner charcoal experience, so that's why I bought these pencils and thought they might be useful. The only thing I guess with them is you have to be careful that, you know, they don't smudge your work. So I think that is everything. Oh, I also have some tape as well that I like to just have handy, as well as these, you can see little smaller clips as well. And I do have a white. This is just a white polychromos pencil. Don't use it that much, but it can be useful at times just to give a reflection on things. So that is everything in my kit. I'm going to show you now the actual pile. So there we go, that is all my sketching kit that I take out with me, that I have to hand. And I wanted to show you, actually, it's quite an amount that I guess I take out with me, but the thing is, that's why it's so important for me to know what colours I have, and then it's easier for me then to choose when I'm out and about, and I can choose the colour or choose the medium that I use. Let's fill this up. swatched all of the colours that I have in the kit, and so they're all in here as well, just for a quick reference. So thank you so much guys for taking time to watch this video and watch it to the end. I hope it was useful and enjoyable to see how I pack for sketching on location. There is one more thing that I wanted to say, in that you do not need to have a massive kit like this. You actually, all you need really to go out, and what I started with when I first started sketching outside was just basically a water brush. It was actually this. It was a brush, this is a water brush. I filled it with ink and I just took that out with me with another water brush, just so I could dilute the ink that was in here if I wanted to produce a wash. So you really don't need to have a lot to start sketching outside, and I just wanted to say that in case you're looking at this and thinking, well, that just seems overwhelming. So yeah, all you need to do is just go out and start sketching, and then you'll see what you maybe want to build in and bring into your kit. I didn't look at all of this and think, right, that's what I need. It was very much trial and error, picking what I thought I needed, and then once I was actually out there working from the environment, I realised actually I may not need that, but I do need this. So I hope that's helpful to you if you are also trying to work out what you need to take out with you. I'll just say go out and start sketching. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again really soon.